Hello, everyone, and today's topic is 10 things that keep people poor. The 10 things that keep people poor, what it is that makes people poor or stay poor. Number one, not paying yourself first. Not paying yourself first. So, what happens when you get your money? What happens when you get paid by your company? Oh, if you've read the book by Robert Kiyosaki, he says the number one things that keep poor people poor is because poor people, there are two types of people: poor people, rich poor. Poor people they pay themselves last, while the rich people pay themselves first. Okay, that is the number one thing that keep poor people poor. Poor people pay themselves last. Rich people pay themselves first. So when you get your paycheck, what do you do with the money? The first thing you're supposed to do with the money, number one, God first. Okay, so we always have that rule: 10, 10, 30, 50. Okay, the 10%. First thing you do with the 10% is pay your tithe. You have to put God first. Put God first. So your 10% goes to God. Okay, whatever church you go to, even if you don't attend church, but there's a church that you think you can support, send the 10% to that church and support the church. Number one, you got to remember the Bible says, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give God what belongs to God. First 10% goes to God. Second 10%, you keep that for yourself. Pay yourself. Okay, pay yourself. By that, I don't mean you take the 10% and go spending it. No, I mean take the 10%, put it in a savings bank, put it in a savings account, pay yourself first. That goes towards the savings. And then you have 30%, which goes towards other expenditures, whether it's getting your hair done, getting your nails done, things, miscellaneous stuff, going out with family for dinner or taking your family out to a movie. Okay, then 50% is what goes towards your bills: pay your electric bill, your mortgage, your rent, water bill. So 50% goes towards that. If the 50% is not enough, you can take a little bit out of the 30%. You don't have to get your hair done every week. You don't have to get your nails done every week. So you can take a little bit out of the 30% towards your 50% if, your electric bill was a little bit higher than normally would be, But just make sure 10% God, 10% goes to your savings, you pay yourself, and then the rest, now you start paying your bills and everything else. Okay, if you start paying your bills first, and then you go out to the movie fast, you can pay your bills fast. That's very important because you have to pay your bills. But if you decide, okay, let's go out to the movie, I just got paid, let's all go eat some dinner, and then now you're running out of money, you won't have enough to save, you won't have enough to give God. Okay, so you have to be very disciplined about that. Number two, the second thing that makes people poor or keeps people poor is that they get comfortable with debt. Don't ever get comfortable with debt. If you can't afford to buy something in cash, just don't buy it. If you can't afford to buy something in cash, don't buy it. Okay, that's the number two things that keep poor people poor, is they get too comfortable with their debt. Okay. Number three, not having a buffer in your savings account. If you don't have a buffer, if you don't have something as a cushion for when you have to lean back to your savings, when you have hard times, if something happens, something accidental happen, now you have to get some money out of your savings. If you don't have money in your savings account, you will remain poor. You will remain poor because there's always going to be something that come up, whether it's your car broke down or you need a little extra for, whatever happened and you had to go to the hospital and the insurance company didn't pay everything and now you have to come out of your pocket with some money, something accidental happened, and you don't have the buffer, you don't have the savings account. This is what's going to keep you poor. Okay, so you have to have the extra savings money as a buffer. Have enough in your savings as a buffer. Okay. Number four, the other thing that makes poor people stay poor is not knowing what your income and expenses are. If you're just sitting there and just getting paid and you don't know how much income you have coming in, a lot of us know how much we make. But if you ask them how much do you spend every month, they have no idea. So not knowing how much income versus expenses you have and not having that budget spreadsheet, money in and money out, if you don't have that and you're not thinking about that and you don't feel like that matters, you will remain poor. So you have to know how much money comes in. You have to be in control of your expenses. Track your budget, track your expenses, how much mortgage you pay, how much rent you pay, how much water bill you pay, how much electrical bill you pay. You have to know your expenses, okay? The other thing that keeps people poor is having expensive hobbies. Okay, expensive hobbies. Like, for example, some people like to go golfing. Golfing is very expensive. Can you really afford to go golfing? Okay, some people like to watch, soccer and go to watch the soccer instead of watching it at home on TV. They want to go out there, and if they can't afford it, and they're still putting some money out because they just gotta be there. These are the things that make poor people stay poor. You can choose to watch the golf from home. You don't always have to go golfing every weekend. If you can't afford it, just don't put it in credit cards. Don't have expensive hobbies that you can't keep. Do you like to, you know, play the sports pesa or gambling, addictions, or you have these sports activities online and you want to have all these gambling addictions that are online now. If you have that, or you have this subscription you keep paying for that you really don't need, okay, the sports online gambling can be very dangerous. This is extra money going out of your pocket that you would have been keeping. These kind of hobbies, expensive hobbies, will keep you poor. Okay. The other thing that will keep people poor is not having enough income streams. One job will not do it, guys. One job will not do it. Not with this economy. One job is not enough anymore. You gotta have more than one income stream. You gotta have more than one um, source of income coming in. So just having one job will not do it. It's always good to have an extra source of income. And next week I will be talking about other streams of income and passive income that can bring you some extra money to give you the extra buffer or extra cushion, okay, towards your savings or towards your expenses. That way you're not living paycheck to paycheck, or you constantly in the need to borrow or use credit cards, okay. Number 7, okay, is paying too much in taxes. I think I talked about this before, and I'm going to talk it about again. I'm going to talk about it again because one thing that people don't realize is opening a business, okay? Having any kind of a business saves you bunches and bunches of dollars, tons of dollars, okay? You save a lot of money if you know how to file taxes right. Okay, so having a business or having an LLC, these tax brackets were created to save the rich people more money. Okay, so if you don't know how to do taxes right, find an accountant that will help you save money. Okay, don't just do your taxes not knowing what you're doing. If you don't know how to file taxes, find a way to. You can do this by yourself. The tax programs right now are very user friendly. Okay, but the main thing, you have to have a way to save your tax. Whether it's a Roth IRA, Roth IRA is a good way. If you have a Roth IRA, it's a very good way to save your tax money, okay? Having a business, home-based business, having an LLC, this saves you a lot of money. Use your life and operate your life. Your personal life has to be operated like a business. If you have a home-based business, you can save so much money, okay? So don't just say, I'm just going to work and I'll just file taxes. Somebody will file taxes for me and you don't know what it is that needs to be done to save you some money. Okay, you have to know how to save money through taxes. These tax programs are built to save people, especially the rich people, money. So you can use this to your advantage. And most of it is so many, like over 170 ways you can save money while you file taxes if you have a business. If you have a business, that's the key one. So the best thing for you to do is open up whatever it is that you're good at. If you're good at something, open up some kind of a home-based business to save you some money. You will save tons of money so that you're not paying too much taxes. And a lot of poor people don't realize this. You can save so much money if you file taxes the right way. Okay. Number 8 is to start investing as soon and as early as possible. Don't wait. Don't wait until you're in your 40s and your 50s to start investing. Start investing as soon as you get that first job. Start investing. Start putting money in your Roth IRA. That's the best thing to do. Okay, and don't keep looking at it. If you keep looking at it, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, it's not growing. But no, don't keep looking at it. Yes, you want to keep track of it, but don't be obsessed about it. Okay. And then we have number 9 is keeping up with the Joneses. My goodness, this one is a big one. A lot of poor people, if you've ever noticed, truly and honestly, most rich people are very down to earth. Okay. They don't go expensive shopping while they can't afford it. Of course they can afford it, but still they don't do it excessively. A lot of poor people want to keep up with the Joneses, buying expensive watches, buying expensive cars they can't afford, just to stop at the traffic light and somebody look at their car and, hey, you have a nice looking car. Well, thank you. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. And once you take off driving, nobody cares what your car looked like. Nobody's gonna keep praising your car. So don't try and keep up with the Joneses. If you can't afford it, leave it alone. Buy what you can afford so you're not going in debt. You don't have to buy that expensive dress because it looks pretty and you want to show it off and show people that you have this expensive dress, or you have this expensive purse that you can't even afford. You're carrying this Gucci with no money in it. What's the point of that? I'd rather you have the money rather than buy the Gucci and yet you don't have no money in it. Empty bags. That's just not called for. Okay. And then the last thing is you should always, always care about your finances. Poor people that don't pay attention to their finances remain poor. You should always focus on your finances. Master your finances. Be the master of your own finances. Oprah Winfrey once said she did her own budgeting, okay? She still does. She knows where every penny she makes goes. She knows that. So as a person, you should always pay attention to how much you bring in, how much you're spending, what money is going where. Be a master of your own finances, okay? Whether you're learning it from an accountant or learning it from somebody else or reading a book, you have to be a master of your own finances, okay? Otherwise, you will stay poor. This is what keeps poor people poor, not really thinking of what's coming in, what's going out, or how they're spending their money. Okay, so that was all I have for today. I know it was a short video, but very important, very, very important. Those are the 10 things that keep poor people poor. We gotta get out of poverty. We have to get our people out of poverty. We have to get women out of poverty. Okay, so spread this. Click the like button, subscribe, and share this video so that we can help other women and other men out here, our sons, our husbands. We have to share this with family. All right, have a good one and God bless. Thank you.